it's hard to know who's going to come out of this Warriors sponsorship debacle looking worse, the NRL or Telstra. It is a really big call for both of them to suddenly demand that the Warriors drop their longtime sponsor Vodafone. It's an even bigger call to demand that in the middle of a blinking pandemic when corporates are cutting back on advertising. Remember, this is a 22-year relationship between the Warriors and Vodafone. It goes back a long time. It's worth $1 million a year. To that club, that's a lot of money. And with 2 years left in the contract, that's some more money guaranteed. So this looks harsh. And there is no way that this is going to win praise from fans of the club or even fans of the league. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, obviously, to figure out that Telstra is behind this demand. Sounds like Telstra signed a new contract to sponsor the NRL a couple of years ago and might have inserted an exclusivity clause into that contract. So yeah, I suppose if you look at it one way, they are enforcing what they're entitled to. But you have to wonder at the NRL allowing this to happen after all they have asked of the Warriors this season. Shouldn't they have resisted and defended the club given what is going on in the world economically? Now, fair enough, if you're wondering why now, why is Telstra enforcing this clause all of a sudden? That's a good question. A couple of theories. One is that Telstra has a larger strategic move plan for the NRL next year, so it's shutting down the Vodafone sponsorship preemptively. The other theory is just that the Warriors are winning over too many fans who are falling in love with their story this season. If the latter is the case, then it makes it even more stupid that Telstra and the NRL are doing this right now. Because fans know how much is being asked of this club already and of these guys, right? It is a big thing to ask them to relocate to Australia, to dangle the prospect of bringing their families over, and they're not delivering on that. The Warriors have just been through the loss of players who had to go home, a change of coach, and they're still turning up to play every week. And now this? Rough. And unless Telstra and the NRL can explain this away, it looks a lot like a PR own goal for both of them.